All right, folks, here we are again. It's Thursday. It's probably close to lunchtime. And as my earlier video indicates, I was threatened again today by the same guy that's been threatening me ever since I started running for mayor. You know, I call the police. I've called 911 twice today. All right, the first time I explained the situation very clearly to them. And what did they do? They sent people from Health and Human Services over here, which I obviously recorded. So then I went back in the house and I called 911 again, and I explained the situation and I requested that they send a police officer or a detective. The people that I spoke with, as you can see in the earlier video, stated that an officer will be dispatched when one is available. So what's going to happen here today, folks? Am I going to get basically the same runaround and denial of due process after having my life threatened yet again by the same guy that's been on the loose for over 10 years now, John Harris? He's a member of organized crime. He's a known violent criminal. He's known to the detectives department as a violent criminal. I've made the bank staff aware that him and his associates are operating illegal gambling and drug dealing and money laundering out of several liquor stores in the community, and that they're laundering that money through the Chase Bank. So we have this known member of organized crime who insists on threatening me with impunity, while the Long Beach Police Department apparently is just going to continue the same pattern of behavior. So we're now looking at the third police chief, Wally, whatever his name is now continuing the same pattern. How many police chiefs are we going to need in this town before there's finally a lack of public safety paralysis? This is bordering on complete ridiculousness and just total absurdity. So people wonder why I complain because I can't earn a living. All right, I've wasted what is this, 3-4 hours of this day uh, uh, to conduct a procedure that should have taken an hour, maybe two, depending on how busy the police are. I mean, this is a 15-minute conversation I need to have with this guy so we can fill out a form. Yet it just doesn't seem to occur. So here we are. You know, it's like lunchtime on Thursday. I've probably lost, I don't know, $100 minimum. And I'm waiting for the police to come do their job. So, you know, if anybody wonders why I'm somewhat dissatisfied with the political structure of the city, you know, I think you should just stand here with me and just watch, vainly waiting for the police to come rolling down the street. You know, it's pretty calm today. I don't really hear a bunch of sirens. I don't understand why they're all so busy. It's a Thursday. We don't have any events. There's nothing going on. So here we go. You know, it's what? It's November 2025. Okay, this is like 11 years. I've been caught up in this nonsense, and here I am. I'm still trapped in this fucking place. I can't get out of here. The property manager, she's like totally disappeared. The property owners, you know, they don't care. They don't give a shit that the electrical outlets in this place are a complete fire hazard. It's full of mold. You know, as my earlier videos will show you, this place is uninhabitable, and it's posing a danger of immediate fire to every structure in the vicinity, particularly these that are usually downwind. So my neighbor Chris and all of his stuff are at risk, along with the woman and her two daughters upstairs. And nobody seems to give a shit. You know, I went to the fire department. I explained the whole situation. They told me they were going to dispatch an inspector. It was at least 2 weeks ago. I think it was more like 3. And here I am. Okay. And so this is a perfect example. You know, I'll have everybody know I've given 3 declarations of vacancy notice so I can get my deposit back, so I can move. And I've had not even a response about whether I'm even going to get my deposit. Okay, this is going on 3 months now. What is going on here? This is the most bizarre situation I've ever heard of in my life. I'm basically held prisoner here while I can't even earn a living because I can't depend on the police department to just come over here and spend 15 minutes with me. You know, so if anybody's wondering why I seem to find companionship with a rubber duck, it's because I'm surrounded by mindless zombies and irresponsible just idiots. Okay, the city is just it's in its own Twilight Zone like bubble. I just don't quite get it. But here we are. So whatever time it is, I'm gonna call it noon. I'm standing around waiting. waiting and waiting, you know. So there you go. Here's Richard Anthony Camp, independent candidate for governor, 2026. Stuck in limbo. Wondering when the city's going to pull their heads out of their asses and start acting like mature leaders. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen at this rate. So there you go, folks. Talk to you later.